And we're off. Right.
Are we going straight into it?
Yeah.
That's it.
We'll start.
Episode 0.1. Yeah.
That's pre-first one.
Yeah, I think I want this to be a pilot again.
It's pilot number 2, even though it's called 1.
Yes.
It's called 0.1.
0.1.
No, it's called 0.1 podcast, apparently.
Alright, I can't spell.
Podcast.
You also can't spell the name, which is great.
You can't see that. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
they can't see that.
It's alright.
Out of frame, it never happened.
Pretended.
So we're here talking about music, the musical side of things.
We can talk about everyone, mate.
We'll talk about everyone, but
you
I'm
go
going to
off
start with
and-
funky music.
Oh, dear.
Funky music. There was a new, I can't remember what it's called, like not an article, like a thing, is it Article 13? Where they publish it and its copyright laws are coming in strict.
Article 13, isn't that the new European law?
Yes.
Is that to do with memes?
I think it's to do with like all the whole internet.
Oh,
I Google
okay.
it now.
Like,
I just heard about memes.
like artists are like, it's like artists like, who's that? You're beautiful dude, I can't remember his name.
Oh,
I think he's like heavily
James
James
Blunt?
Blunt, yeah. I think he's heavily doing something about it. Like, he doesn't like anyone fucking using his shit. It's like, no.
He's a bit of a weirdo.
Oh, so he's a supporter of Article 13.
Yes, I want to say yes.
Okay.
But it might be completely wrong. But as seen, everyone will find a loophole or something like that. Like KSI's uploaded his new album, and he said that you can use it all for all these things and stuff,
Yeah.
like copyright free. So he's basically released his album and you can use it for copyright free
or
stuff.
KSI's music, he's saying that he's not going to claim on people using it for like videos and stuff on YouTube.
He's going to make no money from his music.
I didn't know if he was like telling the truth. Apparently Jake Paul, he says that he does, but then apparently he's like really bad with claiming people.
Yeah, like he claims every single other video, doesn't he?
Bad as in
Sort of
like
thing.
not doing it, or bad as in like does it a lot.
Claiming on people using his shit.
Oh, okay.
Or like even if they just use his name in videos.
Like, I still don't know what to trust about Keemstar whenever I see stuff from him.
Meme stuff.
Memes, but yeah, him, he feels like he's. Feels like he's. That's a lot of Red Bull I just drank.
It's not sponsored by
It's not sponsored.
like a 48 pack of it.
No, it's he. I just don't trust him sometimes. I don't know why.
I haven't watched the Keemstar video.
I haven't watched a Keemstar video since I was about 15.
But I feel like he's telling the truth on the fact that he keeps getting claimed all the time by Jake Paul.
I can imagine. Well, he does put Jake Paul in his title.
Yeah, like all the time. Yeah.
I love how we've just like gone on to talk about YouTube.
That's alright.
You know, he doesn't even
Tangents.
he doesn't even own his channel. So like he used to have a channel, and then
Who, Keem?
Yeah, and he got the 3 copyright strikes, and then got shut down.
Oh shit.
And then he tried to start up another channel, and because he's already got like these copyright claims, he can't start up another channel again.
So it's not even his channel.
It's not even in his name.
Oh,
the whole
shit.
thing's called fucking. Well, it's called Drama Light, isn't it? But
Yeah.
he's the thing behind it, but he doesn't even own it.
Oh fuck. Okay. So there's a big dude behind Keemstar.
Just a smaller, bolder bloke.
Yeah.
Just small,
They're like Russian dolls. You just open him, there's just another one inside.
Russian doll gnome.
yeah, his management is just all bald. Nothing to do with skinheads. Now,
I mean, he's
Back
a bit
to
racist.
Article 13.
Yeah.
Because of Brexit, does that mean it's not going to affect us? Like,
no, it still
we,
affects us because we're still in the European Union.
we still are now, but then when we leave,
It still
If we
affects
leave.
us, won't it?
When-
Because we were technically a European nation when it passed. So technically we will.
but that's the whole
have
thing
it.
about Brexit is like our own laws.
Yeah, I know, but we'll still have it. It's stupid, I know.
It's whether they change it.
Yeah, it needs to go back through it, I think, to rechange it.
Isn't there going to be another vote?
He looks honestly scared.
I think
Probably.
I'm
I'm just
indecisive about
confused
it.
now.
There could be, but I honestly have kept out of it. I don't even know what's going on with it.
Yeah.
I'm
I got a
just
bit
want a
bored.
decision to be made, and that's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't give a shit anymore.
What are you feeling?
Just as long as
What are you
someone
feeling
says, I don't give a shit.
You're tired
At this
of it all.
moment, I'm tired of it all. I'm pretty sure everyone's fucking
I mean,
tired of it all.
it does affect your everyday life, maybe.
Brexit
Yeah, no.
status.
Nothing about it.
Brexit status.
Is that actual
In the EU.
page?
Like Superman.
I'm just going to Google.
Alright. Brexit status changes it.
The vote was close.
What for?
It
Article
was
13?
52.5%.
Oh, this is
Nah.
right at the start, wasn't it?
This is right at the start, yeah.
So didn't Article 13? Didn't it? There was what are they called? Signatures online.
Oh, like a petition.
Petition.
Yeah.
It was one of the most signed petitions ever. Like, I don't know how many. You could probably look it up. How many?
Or for Article 13?
Yeah, how many like it had? Hang on, Ben's got it. It's.
Are they-
It was something stupid.
Are these like legit ones? Or are these
The one
unofficial
was a
ones?
legit one. I think PewDiePie linked to it at some point. I can't remember which
Well,
one.
this one has 132,000.
No, it was loads.
Oh, okay.
It was like loads, and no one listened to it.
I don't think you would.
Like it literally just sailed through. I'm
Do
pretty
petitions mean anything?
sure. No,
It doesn't it take like 100,000 for it to get to Parliament, and then
they can just.
yeah, but yeah,
That's what
It's a
came
piece
up.
of paper on the desk, and they
That's
just
what I
get
saw. There was a petition for like another revote for Brexit.
Oh, I saw that.
I think
like,
it was
shit. I don't think
when I saw it. It was like 9 million had signed it. So
Yeah, they don't give really a shit. Petitions are kind of like.
How do you think it would go if it went again?
Well, I think
Different way.
amazingly, I think we would stay in.
I
Just
think
having
so.
how many.
I think they've gone back on a lot of like promises with
Yeah.
Brexit.
And people are like starting to realise.
So
people
even
didn't even know what was going
even
on.
like no,
Oh, fuck yeah, I want to.
Yeah, people are just like, oh yeah, fuck
it
you.
was- it happened very
Fucking
suddenly
leave.
and very quickly. Felt like.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember they were
And-
talking about how there'd be more money for the NHS, but it was like the right wing conservatives that were saying that, and most of them want privatised healthcare.
Yeah.
So then why are they?
I remember that. It wasn't. It was something ridiculous, like 300 million.
Yeah, I think it was like,
Like-
Boris Johnson,
Yeah.
like Nigel Farage were like saying it.
It was just pulling figures out their arse,
Yeah.
really.
So they're just like, we probably want Labour voters as well to say leave.
Yeah.
So we'll say that, so they'll vote, but they don't actually mean it.
They're just ticking like
literally
boxes.
had-
aren't they? Like, as long as we cover these like tiny little subjects
I
for like,
see-
each party.
Were there any like promises for like Remain, like that?
I don't even know.
Like what are the benefits of?
We weren't even old enough to vote, were we?
No,
We
they
were
need- they need-
year 13 camp.
They
Yeah.
need to have just some fucking day in school where they just fucking talk about it. Each like a
Don't
party
care.
member fucking
Like,
comes into a school and does
Kids won't care. I swear they tried.
Like a PSHE day?
Yeah, I swear
just
we
even
had
just
one.
even one
Like
on
an assembly.
PSHE day. Just,
Okay,
no,
PSHE
just
days
like
were just
on a
about fucking
PSHE
dildos
G
and
day.
condoms, and that was it.
I remember PSHE days were just like, oh yeah, it's a fucking
Hey, it's
kiss
just a
about
waste of
day.
a day.
You'll learn about dildos.
Yeah. Learn about
I can't remember
dildos
them.
and-
Fucking
Yeah.
purple one.
Wasn't there
Everyone's-
a woman who like we were in the Gothic Hall? She came in and she talked about how she was bum raped when she was quite young.
What school did you go to?
The same one as you
Oh, don't remember that.
No, she came in and everyone was like.
What she spoke about her being raped.
She thought she went like that. She said it, and of course like, everyone was like giggling because she said like ass rape. And all the teachers.
She did not come out.
She
in
said
front of-
ass rape.
I'm pretty sure she said something
Didn't even
like
just say rape. She had to
she said
specify.
something that it was very specified.
She had to specify where.
I don't know. I
What
just remember.
specific body part was raped?
It's like she had a doll and she pointed. No, she was like. Yeah, that's all I remember from our PSHE days. It was like
I
some
remember-
random shit about drugs or sex, and then a person came in who either had a problem with drugs or sex.
I remember that. That guy came in. He used to be. This is a good story actually. So this guy came in. I don't know if you remember. He used to be part of the EDL. He was quite high up in the EDL, and he was really like right wing. He was massive racist.
Oh shit.
And
I don't remember.
yeah, and he started to like go on this like reforming path of like his life. But before that, he was like when he like realised like who he was and what he was about, because he had all these like EDL tattoos, and I think just one day it just clicked where he was
shit.
just like, nah, this isn't me
Shit,
anymore.
I'm pretty bad person.
But he was one of them classic like EDL supporters, like football hooligan, and he went through like major depression.
Oh, I do remember
and
this.
he started talking about like his suicide attempts and things like
Yeah.
that. And I think he said So he tried to jump off a bridge one time, and it was like such a shallow bridge, and like it was shallow water as well. That like it was like 4 feet water, so he just like I think he just snapped his ankle or something.
Nice.
And then there was another time he tried to hang himself off this. I think it was the same bridge, and like it was with a bungee cord. So like sounds bad, but when he fell down, he came straight back up again. But
why would you use a bungee cord?
I know. Well, it's an EDL, but
Oh Jesus!
but yeah, he came in and started talking about that, and I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's good that he's like talking about it now and like being
Yeah.
open about
Like
it.
that. So there was a. It's like an American Marine, and he was like very, very on the quite racist side of like
People.
people from Afghanistan and all that type of things.
Yeah.
He's like one of them.
Like Eastern countries.
Yeah. He was very like racist towards it, and he was like getting to the point where he was like getting ready to go out and shoot a mosque almost.
Really?
Yeah, and he was like,
Oh, really?
Yeah, he remembers out like having almost like an epiphany on the drive there with his gun in the car or something like that.
What,
And
you
now
can't say?
he is a reformed worshipper of Allah, I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is he like? He's Muslim now.
Yeah, he's full on Muslim. Last one, he's full on Muslim, and he's like, yeah,
What's it called? I might be able to find it.
Marine turned Muslim. I don't know.
There's probably a lot of them.
There's probably a lot of them, but I can't think of anything else to put. Marine plywood. Hell yeah.
What do you think about religion, Huey? What's your standpoint on it?
Oh, it's
Religion.
religion.
How many minutes in are we?
Yeah, oh, hang on, yeah, 12.
Excellent.
Jesus.
Religion.
Okay.
This is just...
No, the like it could be the biggest lie. It could be the biggest truth.
Mm.
It's like I've heard some people say that it's just a big business, and they are one of the wealthiest businesses out there. The church,
The Catholic Church.
exactly.
The Vatican.
Yeah,
the
look
Pope.
at it,
And they,
Pope
yeah,
Covered in gold.
loving life right now.
they have a lot of gold.
covered in it. Yeah, it's
But then, what I don't get what the point of him having all that gold, because isn't he in a
Because it's not
position...
his gold.
Yeah.
No.
It's
Yeah.
the
church.
Lord's.
Yeah.
And he's in a position where he doesn't even need money. Like things are just there for him. Like
He's like,
he's no different to anyone else, is he? Just drives around in a big glass house, doesn't he?
so what was he before he was the Pope? Was he just like a priest?
So it goes.
And
It
then-
goes through a ranking system. You have to be like a.
How religious you
it
are.
basically goes through like a ranking system,
How much you
and
love
you get
Jesus.
picked by the other people.
How many boys?
Yeah.
So it's I can't remember the names of them. I'm terrible.
Wait,
at it.
hang on.
They're
I
the
need
ones
to-
in the red gowns, and they all have a meeting and they burn a piece of paper or something. And it
What?
sends the white smoke or
Sounds like a cult.
yeah, it basically is. Well,
It's just a very
religious.
large cult with billions of people.
Why are they always white though?
They're all black one.
Right, Black Pope. Hang on.
This week on Mythbusters.
Asian Pope.
Asian Pope.
Asian Pope.
There are Asian Catholics.
It'll be like
Black Smoke Pope.
no. So,
That's a
no.
high state.
So it's the
White Smoke Pope. Black Smoke. Nope.
okay. So when
going off
they
on something.
light the so when they've elected a new pope, they light a certain bit of paper and they all look at this little chimney at the top of a random bit of church, and they all go like, "Oh, is it gonna?" And all the cameras are drawn on it. And it's like, "Oh, is it gonna be white or black smoke?" Black smoke means no pope,
Oh.
and a white
What?
smoke when it comes out top, it's something to indicate if they're burning the papers or not.
So this piece of paper decides their like entire line.
It's a rhyme. It's a fucking
No,
rhyme.
it's like if they
And that's how they choose their Pope.
no.
Alright, sorry.
Right.
I can't describe it.
Right, here we go.
Yeah, look, there's a little
he's
fucking chimney.
He's right.
Yeah, I'm looking at the chimney as well.
So,
Um,
so
I'm not pulling your chimney.
I'll put it up on the screen.
Put it up on the screen.
Yeah, it's a bit too much.
There's a fucking chimney.
A little chimney.
White smoke, Pope. Black smoke, nope. How
Nope.
conclave smoke gets its colour.
I just thought it was the amount of boys you touched, to be honest.
Oh, there it is. The dark underbelly. Like, how many secrets must they have? Or do they have any at all?
Loads, mate.
What, that they're all paedophiles?
I reckon they're all
Maybe not just the straight education that they're paedophiles. It's like underneath the rug for a little.
Well, it's like...
Like,
I think we just got edge.
like, are they hiding something? Do they know the true meaning of, like, Jesus? Is he down in their cellar?
Well, they're pretty sure that they're right about the whole world and how everything exists. And then they try and convert everyone else to how they think. So there's probably a lot of stuff that they don't broadcast to everyone. But then I don't get how they're so convinced.
Yeah, because there's nothing really, is there? It's
There's
just
the Bible.
There's the Bible, but
Written by how many people who died how many years ago?
Yeah. That could have been a fairy tale taken too seriously.
Yeah. Sounds like it.
Like a child story taken too far, and everyone believes that the monsters underneath the
It
bed.
is a child story. Adam and Eve, the apple and
It's
Snake or whatever.
heaven and hell, the devil.
Yeah.
It's just to keep kids in line.
I think religion, if it gives people hope, something to look up to. No, something to look up to, something to like.
I think it's the fear of death.
Yeah, that's what I think it is.
Well, something to look up to. So, like, if a man on the brink of suicide or a woman on the brink of suicide looks up to a god and they're able to restore their life into full because of it, then great. It gives someone meaning in some way. That's good. That's good. Everyone likes that.
Because, like, the Vikings had it way before Christianity, with, like,
Paganism.
Valhalla. And, like,
They at least had a place to go when, because it probably is nothing.
I'm
What I want it to be.
I'm pessimistic. I know it's nothing.
What I want it to be is whatever like you choose, like whatever you can think in your head. The last like kind of thoughts before you die. It's whatever you think of.
That leads to some
as your
wireless
like what I would like is a big fucking board. And you get there with loads of buttons
big
on.
switchboard.
Yeah, with loads of buttons on. And you can choose different paths you want to take. You can go Christianity, you can go to your place of bloody heaven. The Buddha's gonna get reincarnated. Like you can literally just have a
What
random
if a
choice.
Christian goes in and like accidentally hits Muslims?
Yeah,
it's
that's
just
what I'm
like,
saying. I'd fucking trip.
Well, no, you get like
full on headbutt,
get
like
your choices.
eternity in hell.
I'd get there and I'd be like, right, Greek gods.
Sam's just in there spamming the 72 version one.
How many people do you reckon like just go hell, like all the emos and just like
I bet they hate
Hell's
it.
a lovely place.
I just want to burn. No, I just I think it's all
Your mum's the way you say that. You're gonna get
my mum cannot. I grew up Christian. My mum cannot watch this podcast.
So Bob, how was your childhood?
How was your childhood? I went to church when I was younger, but
Did you?
I went to church when I was younger, but not religiously. Yeah.
Wait,
Wait,
what?
what?
You get lost.
How'd you go? Oh, do you mean like not consistently?
Yeah.
You. That's a great misjudge of words.
Change battery pack.
Oh, we're at batteries. That was
Quick.
That's a situation I didn't think.
We'll be right back.
Oh, we'll be right back after this break.
Bob, calm down.
I've got a new topic.
Go for it.
I'll wait till then.
Well, no, you can speak.
Do you want to carry on?
I mean, you can carry on while I'm not on the screen.
Yeah, we don't need you anyway.
No.
Right, so
Lovely voice.
fellas, I was talking to you about this before, but Hibby, you won't know about it.
Huh?
So there's this rapper called
I know where you're going with this.
YNW Melly. And he's our age. He's 19. Oh, is he 19? He might be even 18 to be honest. He's fucking young.
Really?
But yeah. So he killed his two best friends for money, and he staged it as a drive-by that like had nothing to do with him. And then, not long after that, he released a song called Murder on My Mind, and if you've heard it, it's fucking... What? We good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you've heard it, it's fucking gruesome. It's just him talking about, like, how he's murdered his best friend, and he's, like... he's holding him, and, like, whilst he's bleeding out, and, like, all his family's, like, got, like, t-shirts with his faces on and stuff like that. It's fucking... He's a motherfucker. But,
Motherfucker.
so he had his trial, like, last week.
This one's low battery as well, Bob. Sorry, flashing at me.
Just sort them out. You're on camera duty, carry on.
Okay.
So, so his trial was last week, and they actually used the song as
As evidence.
because it's like it's basically a confession.
Yeah.
It's fully
Wait, you were explaining it to me before you played the song. I was just like, how can we use a song? And then
I'm just gonna get
you
further.
played it, and I was like, oh, okay.
Like, it's
You just
so
basically just words out
word
what
for
he
word,
did.
it's just telling him, like, telling people what happened.
Fully
So
explained.
stabbed
It's just yeah.
Uh-huh.
Right.
This one's low battery as well. Bob, you charge these.
Right.
I haven't. I might just have like no camera.
So he says things like,
This one feels heavy. I'm going for this one.
Maybe.
Sorry.
"You fucking dweeb." Right. So he says things like, "There's yellow tape around his body, and this t-shirt. His face is on a t-shirt, and his family's traumatized. I didn't even mean to kill him. I reloaded my pistol, cocked it back, and shot him twice, and the person was shot twice."
Do you reckon that this is exactly how it happened, and he just?
Well, you think about it, he's an 18-year-old who's just got into all this, like, money, and he's done a song with, like, Kanye West, so he's pretty fucking, like, big, and, like, I reckon it's all just got to his head, and he thinks he's trying to be hard as fuck, and, like, I can get away with this even if I talk about murdering people, and so, so he released this song. I think he.
I got murder on me.
Yeah, murder on
That's
mine.
repeated.
Yeah, literally.
It's repeated.
I think he actually wrote this whilst he was in, like, prison before bail. So, like, this is after he'd already been, like, convicted of it.
Fucking.
So his trial, they used it against him in trial, and now he's been sentenced the death penalty because he lives in Florida and the death penalty is a thing there. So I just thought that was a pretty fucking wild story.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
How you confess your... Okay.
So is it just the one person he's killed? Well, supposedly.
He killed two of his best friends, and apparently he killed someone else before, but I don't
His
think
best
that's
friend. Is there any reasons why?
That's like you
for money. He did. Apparently that's what he did it for.
What?
He killed them for money.
He killed them for money.
Someone offer you 10 grand right now, pull out a gun and just bam bam.
Yeah, how much?
Hey.
Yeah, how much would you... How much would you kill me for?
Free. But
No, like an honest answer, or would you probably wouldn't take it, but how much would you?
I probably wouldn't do it if I'm honest, because they'll use this bloody podcast as evidence.
Yeah, we just.
I die suspiciously.
Like 200 quid gets deposited in my account the next day.
Lyndon buys a new car.
Yeah. The number plate's just dead hib.
Cheers, Hib.
Cheers hib.
What about how much would you? What about if someone asked you to cut someone's brake cable?
This has
Shit
gone
like
really
that.
fucking demonic.
Yeah, that's dark. It depends who.
Like your next door neighbour you see occasionally.
Oh, my
Dislike it,
next
you
door
can't
neighbour's a
drive.
wanker.
So I'm free on that one. You can't get me for that one.
Kill your best friends, oh Christ.
Yeah.
Well, they're not really your best friends, are they?
Well,
If you're just gonna fucking shoot him down, like,
I think he was
Christ.
rung in the head beforehand.
do you want to see a picture of him? He's fucking insane.
You could play the clip, to be honest.
Do you want to play a couple of seconds of it?
Yeah, I think we're allowed to play up to like 30 seconds if we're going to put it anywhere.
Okay, I'll... Murder.
Yeah, murder.
We'll just talk a little bit over it.
Yeah.
Just
What
keep-
would...
Okay, this is like a... What's his album cover anyway?
I think it's just a single.
It's like a weird...
The
like,
chorus
big-
as well.
I know.
it's just-
I
Wait,
got murder on my...
this is just fucking awful.
talking about their family.
Yeah, it's like...
Oh, hello.
Windows. We're okay.
But yeah, that's kind of where it's up to. I mean,
So is he still on my days like short? So
yeah,
is he's in court now?
well, he's been sentenced. He's been given the death penalty.
Mad.
Oh,
Yeah, he's gonna die. Yeah.
He's gonna die. Okay.
He's our age.
What does
He's
it,
younger
what does
than
it
us.
look like anyway?
America is mad that they still have
Do you
that.
want to see what he looks like? I'll show
Wasn't
you.
it like... It's probably spoiler. I can't really talk about spoilers, can I?
Spoilers for what? Spoilers for
It's like the film, what's it called? The like the Enigma film, where he does all the... it's got Benedict Cumberbatch in it.
Coming up.
Cumbersnatch.
I don't think
Cumbersnatch.
that's his family name.
I know what you mean, where
Yeah,
he breaks
yeah.
the Enigma code.
Yeah. He's the
Is
gay...
it called Enigma code?
no, it's called something stupid. Can't remember.
Coming up.
Cumberbatch. No, because he's gay in it, and it's still the time when you can get killed for being gay or something like that.
Oh yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he was like one of the last people to die because of being gay.
What's this? I haven't seen this.
I'm trying to find the name of the movie. It's a good movie to be
Something
honest.
Yeah. No, but like
Imitation Game.
Imitation.
Right.
No, like like when was the last person given the death penalty in England? That's the one.
When was it abolished?
Yeah. When was the last person
I know,
given? Because it should be something.
Oh, I know this. Is it 1964? Or was that America?
Still in fucking going, isn't it?
Executed in the UK.
No, but hanging.
13th of August 1964.
You smashed that.
It was a few people.
Yeah. How were they hanged?
Peter Anthony Allen at Walton Prison in Liverpool. Gwyn Owen Evans at Strangeways Prison in Manchester were executed for murder of John Allen.
They're just murders.
How were they
You
executed?
don't get the death penalty or anything else, do you? It's just murder.
You can get it. You can get it for certain cases of manslaughter, can't you?
But manslaughter is murder on accident, so isn't it? Is that the definition?
Well, some people don't even get the death sentence for murder. I think it depends on like
Like the crime you do.
yeah.
And how much you do of it.
Well, like how sinister your intentions were.
Yeah.
Or I don't know.
But then I feel like there's like a
What's
graph
one, definitely.
of like insanity and like what you do.
Yeah.
So like if you've done some really fucked up things, like you're probably high up on the insane thing, and then if you're that high on like the insanity like side of it, you're probably not going to be given the death penalty. It's going to be like some institution,
Yeah, probably.
and that's probably how people get around it if they are in it.
I think that's what they
But then-
push.
Well,
If
you
like
can-
there's going to be the death
you can
sentence, they'll
claim
always
for
push.
insanity.
Yeah. Lawyers will always do that.
Then you go to fucking a loony bin.
Is it only certain states in America that like still execute people?
It's a very I don't think there's many anymore.
Like 4. Isn't there?
I have no idea.
What do
Four
you reckon
states.
to it?
Go on, what are you guessing?
What do you think that like the UK should have it?
Bit.
I don't know where I stand with it, you know, because
It depends. Honestly,
Yeah.
it depends, doesn't it?
I think that like the prisons in UK are a bit
Softy tofty.
they're a bit easy.
Yeah, they're very easy going compared to like the gang sides of like American prisons.
American horror prisons.
Yeah,
The
like
world's
fucking-
toughest prisons.
Mexican ones. I know a
Like
guy.
London. Like Liverpool prison, they're throwing shit over the walls, aren't they? Or like throwing drones and
Yeah,
shit
they have
over the
fucking
walls.
drones that like will deliver phones as well.
Yeah.
It's like that BBC Three documentary. Is that what you got?
Yeah,
Stacey
they
Dooley.
threw
Stacey
like they threw a dead rat over the wall with stuff in, like drugs in.
Really? Nice. One way.
There's
to
like
do it. Better
there's like a
putting your
massive
ass.
thing that like drug
The drug's
dealers,
not the rat.
like a lot of their business is to prisons.
Yeah. Well, what else have they got to do in fucking side, have they?
Yeah.
Off the tits.
I know a
Or-
guy like my dad's old
Weed.
apprentice. We drove past him today.
Yeah.
He got arrested on holiday in Mexico, and he ended up in a dodgy Mexican prison.
Oh.
And he was saying he almost got stabbed 4 times, and there was like fights every night.
Yeah.
And there were moments when they'll open like the gates. Of like he only felt safe when he was locked in his room, but then there were times of the day where they'd like open all the doors. You know, everyone's like to like
Walking around.
yeah. He said this guy just kept coming round like past his room and like looking in, and he didn't know whether like he thought he was gonna get killed one day by this guy, and he just kept trying to ask for the British embassy, but they wouldn't speak to him until like 2 weeks in.
Really?
And then like
I feel that's good. Like,
Wow.
it was only like, I think it was like he got accused of theft for something.
What did he actually do it? Or was it?
No. I don't know. There was like a misunderstanding, and then like because he was British, they were just like, the police were just like, "Fuck him, we're gonna put him in prison."
I only know rough. I think because my granddad, he was in the Navy and he did something wrong in one of the countries he was in, and he got put in prison in one of the foreign countries. And yeah, he didn't really like talking about it that much because I was young when he was still talking about it.
Dodgy shit will happen in those prisons.
Yeah.
A lot of British citizens in foreign prisons, they get lost, don't they? Just in the system, because nothing's documented or regulated whatsoever. Like, you're just in there. Like, as long as there's a rough amount of people in the prison, like they think you're in there, and like if you die in there, like
Most of like the foreign ones, they just guard it so like nobody gets in or out.
Yeah.
But then like the actual management of the prison is controlled by like mostly gangs. Like there are some prisons, I swear, that like have guns in them.
Yeah.
Still.
Oh, what's that?
Where is it?
I swear you showed me this long
There's
ago.
a Russian prison.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm gone blank.
There's a Russian prison which is like a labour camp.
Is that
Almost.
is that dolphin something? Oh, I know what you're on about.
And it's basically like a town which is a prison, and they do labour in the and they just carry around axes and stuff all day, all the inmates, because they go and chop down trees.
Black
And
Dolphin Prison.
make stuff like that.
I think that.
Black Dolphin Prison.
Black Dolphin Prison. Have a look at that. It's like one of the most brutal prisons thing in the world. So it's like it's thousands of miles from anything. It's like it's in the woods somewhere, and like the closest town is like a 6-hour drive, and they're locked up like I think it's 23.5 hours of the day, just in this like it's just literally just one of these like little cages, and their exercise they're like their hands are behind the back, like they're still handcuffed. They're handcuffed like 24/7, and like they have to like bend over with like their hands up in the air and just walk like in this tiny room, like the size of this room, literally up and down it for like 30 minutes, and that's all they get.
That's all they get.
Yeah, that's it. And their family can't visit because they're 6,000 miles away from the nearest town.
Oh, I can see it.
That's
I
what I think prisons should be like.
Pictures of them.
They'll lose their shit. You go fucking mental.
Yeah, that's true. But then you think, is it just like these people have probably done something? I think there was a guy in it who was he was a cannibal, and so like he was walking home and this drunk guy I think started on him, so he killed him, and he brought him inside. He didn't know what to do with the body, and he just thought like, I want to know what a human tastes like. So he just started cutting.
Well, he just decided then. He was like, I want to eat him.
Yeah, he gets more fucked up. So he started like cutting up this person and trying it, and he actually he liked it.
Oh no!
And so he cut up more of the body, and he was like preserving parts in his fridge. And then he got asked by his friend if he wanted to come over for dinner, and he was like, yeah, I'll bring something to dinner. And this was a dinner with like his friend's family and their kids and everything. So he brought it over. And he started cooking it there, and the family like asked when they were eating it, oh, this is all right. And so they were asking, oh, what meat is it? And he was like, oh, it's kangaroo. Like it's imported. It's like that because they've never had it before. So like they're gonna know something's up. So he just made a wild story saying it was kangaroo. So he fed this person to his best friend's family, and then you think he did it to like some other people.
The fuck. Like, it's like some creepy movie.
But this is the kind of people that are in this Black Dolphin prison.
Kangaroo.
Divine.
Jonathan.
John Divine. Be a small meal.
New idea.
Be a small meal.
Healthy snack.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Like there's call for prisons like that for certain people, but I could imagine like someone fucking doing something basic like smashing their shop window in. Like trying to like snatch and grab he didn't go out to hurt anyone, he just wanted shit. Like steal and
you do get those people.
And then he gets into a prison like that and he's fucking with
cellmates with a cannibal.
See you sell much for a cannibal, yeah.
That's have you heard of Sean Atwood? So it's this British guy. I think he's been on True Geordie's podcast before. He's like the English Wolf of Wall Street. Yeah,
I didn't watch it all.
So basically, he got arrested for 9 years because he started getting into like the drug business and like distributing ecstasy like around America. And he was basically like this drug kingpin because he'd got all this money from like the stock market.
Yeah.
And then he just started getting into drugs and like the rave scene during the 90s.
Right.
Yeah. And he was like importing drugs from like Amsterdam and like all different parts of America. And then when they caught him, he was arrested for 9 years and put into like the toughest prison in Arizona. And basically, he's gone all through that, and now he's fully out of it, and he just talks about it, and he
has a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I've seen his. I've seen some of his videos.
He's really good.
Yeah,
and he helps. I think he helps people, or he at least talks about it. So there's like a problem in the private prison system in America because these private prisons, they get they're owned by someone, so all the people that get put in the prison, they get more money, so they want more people in their prisons.
So yeah, it's like okay, so they get paid by the government to house.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, I'm guessing it's kind of how like student loans work in a way. So you know how we're paying these private universities money from the government's money,
yeah,
and then we just pay it back eventually. I guess it's kind of like that, but then like applied to private prisons. I'm not sure really how it works.
Well, so like the inmates.
I don't think they pay, but like the government pays through them to these private prisons, and that's how they make the money.
Okay. Yeah.
So like the harsher the sentencing of these prisoners, like the more money they're gonna get, and the longer in there, the more money they're gonna get.
Yeah.
And so there's this problem in America how they're just arresting like teenagers for having like weed on them. So like not even selling, just having weed on them, and they'll get 5 years for it, and then that'll stay on their record, and then because they've been in for that long, they'll be on probation.
They're worth more money.
Yeah, and then they're likely to reoffend because they're so like used to that lifestyle.
Yeah, it's a problem because then it goes into like racial discrimination with like how they're targeting like young black men in America, and then a lot of them are going to prison for like the smallest shit, and then they come out and then they can't get normal jobs and stuff, and then they go and do like more serious shit to try and get money.
Exactly.
And it's just like this awful cycle. And that's because, and that stems from private prisons. The whole like financial system in America.
It's a bit weird, isn't it?
Because then you can talk about like the privatization of like healthcare.
Yeah.
that's probably one of the best perks of Britain.
Yeah, that's probably why a lot of people like migrate here. It's because like
free bloody healthcare. If you it's a bit shit here and there sometimes, but it's still free.
And there are politicians that want to get rid of it.
Yeah, no. If I injure myself and I don't have enough fucking if I don't have enough money to pay for it.
Well, that's when Americans have insurance, but then they still have to pay back the insurance. It's like having a car. They still have to pay back the insurers, and it's like it gets more and more and more, and then they start to like seize assets.
It's just so stupid in my mind.
Yeah. It is, yeah.
Because we've just had NHS since we've been.
It's a thing you don't think about, is it? Until like it's like it happens to you.
Yeah.
But like it's not gonna happen to us because we're living easy right now.
As if they're like, you've broken your leg. And
the whole reason why
people deny ambulances because like, that'll be a bigger claim on my insurance.
Oh, I can't remember what it was. It's like it was. Oh, how much is it to get an ambulance in America? Like, currently,
it's like the whole reason why I like the whole paying tax thing. I like paying my tax just that I know it goes to the NHS for in case when I do.
You'd think that your tax would cover emergency services, which is where it goes. So then, but it doesn't because the hospitals in America will be private, so they won't get any of that tax money.
No.
But then there are people on like the Republican like side where they'll say that they don't want their tax money going to healthcare to people that won't pay for their insurance because they don't want to pay for other people's healthcare. They only want to pay for their own.
I don't for shit. If my money's helping,
stupid.
If my money's going to help someone, I don't care if they're fat, missing legs because they're overdosing on drugs. It's helping them in some way, shape, or form.
I think people like that. It's always the rich people as well. They're always like
the people who are stingy with their money.
They care more about where their tax money goes. I don't give a shit. Like
it's
tax is just like not my money.
Yeah, everyone
That's what
pays
I
it.
consider
Goes,
it.
yeah. Everyone who works gets paid, gets it, goes.
We could look at the other argument of it though. Like, so like there's big people in the country who have a lot of money and like they don't want to part with that. So like Alan Sugar, I think a couple of years ago now he put his check on like I think it was on Twitter or Instagram or something of like how much he had to pay towards tax, and it was something like 58 million. Like it was a lot.
There's like
and
mad inflation.
And when you think of it from like their standpoint, you're just like, I have to part with that money for like
it's a massive percentage.
Yeah, it's a lot. So like you can kind of see where they're coming from, but at the same time, like everyone else is doing it like
everyone else. If someone else
is
in the same position as you, they would have to pay the exact same.
But then as a person, you're gonna think, oh, my figure's so much bigger than everyone else's, like, and I've earned that money. Like, I should be keeping that.
They'd be like, that's my money.
Yeah.
But then, that's them thinking that like I'm putting more effort in. That's why I have more money.
What about like
I can see where they're coming from.
Yeah, to a point.
Yeah, to a point.
What about like if theoretically if it's like a system, I don't know if this exists anyway, like a system, like I know it sounds like the class bloody system again, but if you are like paying more tax over a certain amount, you get a different sort of service almost. That sounds a bit wrong or weird.
What do you mean?
So like you get so for example, if I had like a serious fucking injury like or an illness or something, like I only had like a couple of hours left to live, I pay tax. But there's a person who's never paid tax in his life in front of me, and he's also got another injury, but he's in front of me and he's arrived first. He hasn't paid tax. They should in theory treat him first because he was here first. Yeah.
Yeah.
But imagine if they arrived both at the same time, me and him both received at the right time, who would they serve? That's the point I'm trying to stress about you. It's like, do you go for the person who's paid the tax, or do you? I know it all depends on their situation, but if they were exactly the same person, just split into two, and one paid tax and one didn't.
I feel like in England they don't even look into that though. Like they don't. It's just the
first one's theirs, yeah,
like,
which is good. But imagine if like.
Shouldn't involve that at all.
So imagine if it was like if you paid over a certain amount of tax, you got a certain hospital you could go to.
I feel like if you've got that much, I feel like you've got that much money. Like people like that have private hospitals, and they live in a different they live a different life compared to us. Who
there are private hospitals that people pay for.
Yeah, I know, but like if there was a taxed one, which was just like if you were in a certain percent.
I think that's just segregating the classes even more than it already is.
It's a fair point, yeah.
Which people don't like. I just I did Google how much does it cost to get an ambulance in America, and it usually ranges from less than $400 to $1,200 or more plus mileage.
Mad, so that's like
plus mileage.
Plus mileage.
so that's like a grand in the UK.
Yeah, well, yeah, roughly.
The highest, yeah.
On average. Which is wild.
Fucking ridiculous.
There was a story not long ago about this kid in America who tried to commit suicide and they failed, but they got rushed to hospital and their hospital costs were I think $90,000. $90,000, and I think insurance managed to pay for like 90. It was like it was 92,000, and the insurance paid for 90,000 of it, and they still had to pay the cost of 2,000. It's like that's the worst way to help someone.
I've heard that like, when you're paying for like you say rock bottom insurance that like the lower classes can afford, that like the insurers will like try their hardest to like not cover them.
Yeah.
They'll find loopholes to like say that you're not covered for this.
Yeah.
And like certain things.
I'm surprised it actually managed to like cover as much as it did.
Yeah.
But it's fucking wild.
What is the percentage of Americans that aren't covered by any insurance?
I think it's a lot,
Because I can see there being a lot of people that will just like risk it.
Yeah. It's like free. So the NHS or free care. If it did, sorry, jump back topic. But if it did, if it is like it is free for everyone who pays tax and free for everybody. Sorry.
Yeah.
Even then, the tax goes because the tax goes up how much you earn, isn't it? That's basically how tax works, yeah.
Pretty much. It's like,
So yeah, each time you get earned, it's a percentage off how much you earn, isn't it? And it's a set percentage for everybody.
proportion.
Yeah.
In proportion to your income.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is fair play in a way, isn't it? Really.
Yeah, and that's how it's always worked. And then I think I don't understand tax breaks. Like the richer, like the higher class, like Donald Trump level people, they always talk about tax breaks, where like the wealthy will get masses amount of like their tax back or something. I think it's like a time where you don't have to pay tax.
Okay.
For something like part of like a political deal or something. I don't know.
Okay, so I think
I'm gonna find out what it is.
yeah, you go into this one, Bob. You've
No,
sent us to a dead stopper.
it's I don't know what a tax break is, but yeah,
I've brought up something that nobody knows anything about.
Yeah.
your camera's switched off, by the way.
Why though? Got a battery.
Oh shit! You got a spare battery for that?
No.
You plug that one in.
We
You got the charger for it?
No, it's in my house, we left it. I have another camera.
It's alright, this one's recording, you'll just have your face on.
Right, what were we saying? Let's move away from tax breaks.
Yeah, tax is in my head.
Oh, what I was going to go back to was the NHS is great, but I think it covers like too much. And there are things that it covers that probably it shouldn't say. It's going to be controversial, but like
Obese people.
yeah.
Like
They cover
if
too
you,
much.
The amount of money that's spent on like, say, what's the because there's
it's like
two types
tummy
of
tucks,
diabetes,
isn't it, as
there?
well, and all that.
There's like one that's like you can't prevent it, and then there's one that like you inflict.
Self-inflicted.
Yeah, self-inflicted.
And then there's like so much amount of like the NHS money is spent on.
Yeah, it's
It's
just
a large percentage.
Yeah, and I guess like obesity is classed as a disease now, but that is fully self-inflicted. Well, sometimes
Yeah.
like it's a bit more open.
But
than
then
that, isn't
it gets to a point where this self-infliction of obesity then develops problems which are concerning to their health.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, it feels like once they get into that bracket, like they can't get out of it, and no one can really like say, "Oh, you've done this yourself,"
There is
because
like
they'll just be like, "Oh, but I now have health problems because of it." It's like, but you've caused them health problems on your own, like, but
It's fully your fault,
yeah,
but then they get to a point where there's no return, isn't there?
yeah,
And then it's just exponential health problems.
like well done.
And then we just have to keep you alive
I want to say the world's
because like
fattest
human
man.
rights, I guess.
World's largest bloke.
no, it's not. It's a hard one to. It's a hard one to even.
Where did that camera come from?
Cameras for days. If
Is
we
it-
just
is it-
had that cable, like.
Yeah. It's a hard one to cut. I can't even fucking put into words, really. It does feel like there should be a thing on who's like eligible for certain things.
I typed in. If you look at this,
Big
I
Joe.
typed in the world's largest man. The fourth most searched
Is
is
Big
Big Joe.
Click it. Is that like?
No, it's not Joe.
It's not Joe.
I know. I get it's not Joe. But is he like?
Sorry, Jerry.
I mean,
not
it
the
ain't
biggest.
far off.
Yeah, Big Joe.
Is that
it's just
still?
a-
Is that still going?
yeah, we're about to. I'm gonna actually restart it.
Wait, not yet. Was it on?
Yeah, it's still on now.
Right.
It's on 27 minutes though.
Because this one's off.
Yeah. Okay.
So don't cut that one yet. Because you look at
You've
my
got like
beautiful
3
face.
minutes to go.
Okay.
Oh, we should have got that cable, man.
Should have got that fucking cable.
We should have got a cable because now we're going to go down in quality somewhat. So
Somewhat. It's all gonna look very.
Is it
well.
1080?
Yeah.
Oh.
it's terrible.
In good light, it's good.
Ooh, right.
But it's
Round
gonna
about
look different.
whilst we're on about largest people, have you heard of this guy called Rich Piana? Is it Piana?
No, but I think I've seen him before.
Oh, I have not.
I've seen him in like some slapping video.
Slapping video.
Yeah, like someone like he slap boxes someone.
Slapbox. What are you on about?
What is slapbox?
Enlighten me.
It's like boxing, but you slap people instead of with it. It's like open fist.
I don't think it's this guy.
Oh, like. Okay.
Right, so Rich Piana is this massive bodybuilder. He's won like
some muscles.
He's won like the International Federation of Bodybuilding and like loads of other things, like competitions all around the world. And he's a massive. He was he's died recently. I think he had a heart attack, but he was a massive like steroid head. And like just if you Google it, some of the images of him are just fucking stupid.
Wow. Well, isn't like 30% of people who like bodybuilders, people who work out like that religiously, 30% of them have a more chance to pop their clogs early.
Yeah, I think
They're
it's
30%
just
more likely to pop their clogs than someone like me who barely goes to the gym.
well, it's the thing. That's the thing with like all these steroids. Like they're barely fucking doing anything.
Oh yeah, that's not helping you at all.
No, it's not healthy either, is it really?
No.
Like look at that. That's just.
He has got. He's a bodybuilder. It's a weird thing, but everyone likes their own niche, isn't it?
I don't know. I mean, each to their own. But Jesus Christ.
That didn't trip the microphone. I don't know what fucking way.
To be fair, it just kept below it by like a millimetre.
It's just that it looks awful on this camera.
Is this a Lumix?
Yeah, it's
Oh
just
yeah.
Too bright.
Back to classics.
Yeah.
That's an original OBC.
Oh no. Movie recording has been automatically stopped. You're too slow.
Have this freaking technical.
Technical difficulties over
Yeah.
the top.
Should we get the cable?
So yeah, shall we go get a cable? It's only 8 minutes plus 12.
How many minutes are we in?
52.
What? 52.
Man, we've just been
Yeah, we're going
we've just
out.
been rambling, haven't we?
We could just end it now, to be real honest.
Yeah. Alright, we're ending on a black screen.
We're on our black screen.
Sorry about this.
Yeah, when we come back, we'll be a bit more prepared. I thought we were prepared, but
We're missing so many cables.
yeah.
This has been the most prepared setup, and we're still fucked it up.
Yeah.
It is a lovely setup, but
It ends with me fucking about with a light.
I hope it cuts off exactly when you drop the light.
What did we end up talking on? Obese people.
Obese people.
I got onto Rich Piana.
No,
he's dead.
yeah, he
like
died.
the conversation.
Oh. Alright, well
He's
then.
probably a really nice bloke. I don't know.
Look at his arms, though. They're bigger than his head.
We need to find a way of like ending podcasts. But how
Right,
did
that's
we do
it,
it last
bye.
time?
That's how you end phone calls.
Yeah, see you in a bit, mate.
Yeah,
Bye.
yeah, I think we just.
Just see you in a bit, everybody.
Sorry.
Click the off button, Bob.
Try.